And welcome to my cooking video. Today we're going to be doing some student cooking, so making a beef chili. I hope you can see me alright and the video looks alright. I'm doing this on my mobile and I don't know how good the camera is or if the colour is wrong or something. I don't understand it. So we're just recording on air and we're going to make a nice beef chili today, and I'll show you sort of how I do it. So let's look at what we're going to use to make our chili. Right then. So this is what we're going to be using here. We've got our Tescos 15% fat steak mince beef. You can go for a leaner beef mince if you'd like, or a more or the fattier one, and save a quid. But I prefer this one because the beef is a bit more higher quality in this one compared to the 20% fat one, I find anyway. Got our spices. Cumin, I got two things here because I tend to use half a jar in a sort of a 4 or 5 portion chili, so we might need to delve into the second one. One thing of paprika, chili powder, I've gone for mild. You can, if you would like, use real chilies. I've done that many times, but it just tends to work out a bit more expensive if you're having to buy chilies every time. Your tomato puree, you need that. Cut a lot of Oxos for some beef stock. 2 decent peppers, they look alright, don't they? 3 onions, I got 2 fairly big ones and a smaller one. Our garlic, I've gone for this frozen crushed garlic cubes. Now I like these because I don't really like dealing with garlic. Garlic's hassle, and you can just whack these in, and it says there, look, 1 cube is 4 cloves of garlic. I'll tend to use 2 in this, but the thing is that big bag there is a quid and it's already done for you. Frozen. The only hassle is sometimes you might forget to put it in because it's in the freezer, but just try and remember. We got our cans now. We got 2 cans red kidney beans and 2 cans chopped tomatoes, right? And that's everything. I think this comes to less than a tenner. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure it is. I'll put maybe on the screen here or something. I'll put, how much it costs and all that. But I think it's good money per portion. So what I'm going to do now, first thing, is put the kettle on, make a coffee, and dice up these onions. So see you in a mo. Right then, onions are diced, and the chuckle mug is full of coffee. Brilliant. Now what we can do with these onions is put them into this pan here. This is what pan we're going to be using. Nice big deep pan, IKEA one. So what we're going to do is going to turn the heat on, sort of a medium heat. And I'm going to give it with this oil here. Just give it, I don't know, I did 5 sprays, 1 for luck, 6. You don't need to use a terrible amount of oil. In fact, I like using one of those sprays because it just shows you how much oil you're actually using. I think that a little smattering would be enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these onions, put them in the pan and sweat them off. And while we're doing that, I'm going to dice up these peppers into sort of smallish chunks. And I'm going to use the Oxo cubes to make some beef stock. Now, how much beef stock should I make? About 300 ml to 350 ml, I think. That's probably enough. I do a lot of this just, by eye and keeping my finger on the pulse. Anyway, I'm going to start these onions and garlic sweating off. And I'll be back with you when something interesting is about to happen. You can see those are going nicely. Softened up like. Good, good. In the meantime, peppers are diced up. I've also made the stock. I know I said about 300-350 ml. I don't know how much I've made. If you can work it out, it's that much. That's how much I'm going to be using. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the beef mince and we're going to brown it in the pan, alright? So we'll see you in a minute. Here's our lovely beef and onion pan, nicely browned away. Whilst that's been going on, I've drained off the kidney beans and opened the cans of tomatoes, but you can do that as well. What we're going to do now is add in our spices. So we've got our cumin here. We're just going to dump that all in because that one's not too much in. We're just going to you know, just add a bit extra for luck, like, you know, not too much. Paprika next, just chuck in some. How much left? Yeah, that's probably enough. And then chili powder. This one I actually do want to go careful with. Yeah, I'll do. Alright, now what I'm going to do is mix this in. Alright. And let that cook again for another 2 to 3 minutes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add that stock that we made earlier. Whack that in. As well as a good squirt. I'll probably do that much, you see. Maybe a bit more. The tomato puree. And give that a good mix in now. You know, let's just mix it in. And as well as this, what we're going to do now is from over here, look, we'll add our peppers. Alright, so do this and let it cook for 2 minutes or so. What we can pretty much do, look, is that's all nicely going. Pour in our chopped tomatoes like that. 1 can. 2 cans. And even, if I go over here, look, get our thing, put in our kidney beans. Some people leave the kidney beans to the end. I like to do them now, and I'll give that a good stir. Put this on a lower heat, giving it a good old stir, and added a bit of extra salt for seasoning. Now what you're going to want to do from here is just let it cook down for hour, 2 hours, however you fancy, however long you fancy really, and that should be a wonderful chili there. If you don't, my chili here, I like it having quite a lot of onions and peppers in, and beans obviously. If you don't like having that so much, you could put perhaps 750 gram of beef mince in instead of 500 if you like that. But I think this is a good sort of combination, this amount. Alright, so I'm gonna in a sec put the lid on that, let it cook for a few hours, and then see my thumb? Yeah, job's a good one. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you have made a nice chili. Mine smells good. I'm gonna let that cook down now for an hour and a half, maybe to 2 hours, depending on when I get hungry really. But with that, I should be able to get a good sort of 4 portions, 5 portions maybe. And what I'll do is I'll freeze them, microwave them when I want them, and have one today. I like having mine with rice, but of course you could have it with jacket potato or, well, I don't know what else. But if you want some else, you can have something else with it. I'm gonna have mine with rice. But yeah, I think it's a good price, good value for money, and I hope you enjoy your chilies. Job's a good one. Thank you.